Imagine having all the money you have ever desired. What expensive but stupid thing would you splurge on? A mansion with 1,000 rooms? Collection of luxury cars? I'm sure the list is endless, and let me tell you, while you're still buying this expensive stuff in your imagination, there are some people who already have the money and don't mind going all out on satiating their love for luxury and the finer things of life. One such set of people are footballers, which frankly is not surprising given that the sport is one of the highest paying sports in the world. So, what are some of the stupidly expensive things owned by some of our favorite footballers? Get ready to be shocked. Let's start with Brazilian football star Neymar Jr. According to Forbes, Neymar is currently the 7th highest paid athlete in the world, with a total earning of $108 million and a total net worth of $250 million. Imagine having this kind of money at your disposal. You can indulge in whatever suits your fancy. But it wasn't always so for the Brazilian superstar. He had it really rough while he was growing up in the streets of Sao Paulo, Brazil. But thanks to his love and talent for football, Neymar was able to rise above poverty and that feeling of frustration when you can't get what you want because you don't have the money. But guess what? Neymar didn't just rise in his career, he rose, literally, far above the clouds through his private jets collection. Yes, private jets are Neymar's thing. You see, he once owned an Embraer Legacy 450. But then, after a tax scandal, the Brazilian government seized the private jet as well as a yacht and other luxury goods. But guess what? Neymar responded by buying not one but 2 other private jets. An Embraer Phenom 100 worth $4.2 million and a Cessna Citation Sovereign worth $6.2 million. Crazy, isn't it? Well, it's even more crazy because it wasn't just enough to have private jets. Neymar also had to add a chopper to his collection. Yes, you heard that right. Neymar's Eurocopter EC-130 is worth about $4 million, and if you put it all together, his total expenses to satiate his love for flying is about $14 million. Now, if you think this is out of this world, then you will definitely be blown with the next thing we want to show you. If you are a PSG fan, then you would remember the time when PSG signed a mega deal with Crypto.com to launch NFTs. Guess who went all in? Yes, you guessed right. Neymar went all in, shopping in the metaverse. He bought a $481,000 Bored Ape NFT, and because he is usually not satisfied with getting just one of something, he got another NFT worth $570,000. Whew, must be nice to have that kind of money, right? Well, Paul Pogba certainly thinks so, and let's just say that Pogba takes it a notch higher when it comes to spending on expensive things. The Juventus player spent 4 times the amount of one of Neymar's private jet on a single private jet. Talk about flashy. And speaking of flashy, every football fan can agree that at one time Pogba was the flashiest football player in the world. His haircut and exotic cars screamed flashy, and it's no wonder he spent $24.5 million on a single private jet. It's huge, but for Paul Pogba, it's worth it. But the good thing is, Pogba doesn't just spend on himself, he also spends on his buddies. Back in 2018, when France won the World Cup, Pogba, in his excitement and elation, took his buddies out for drinks and got them gifts. Now, he didn't just give them wine bottles or gift bags. Remember, Pogba is a flashy guy, so true to his nature, he got them something they would remember for life. Pogba made a ring with diamond, sapphire and rubies customized to France flag, and each has the player's name, jersey number and stats from the World Cup. Guess how much it cost to make one? $15,000, and he did it for each of the 23 guys on the team. That means he spent $345,000 in one night. What a guy. Pogba is, however, not the only footballer that has splurged on his teammates. The Scandinavian star Erling Haaland did the same thing when he moved from Dortmund to Manchester City. For someone who scored 86 goals in 89 matches for the Dortmund team, it's not a surprise that his teammates were sad to see him leave. So, before he left, Haaland decided to get them all something. He bought all his teammates exclusive timepieces, but Haaland proved that even though he is a beast on the field, he is actually a pretty nice guy off the field, because he also got Dortmund staff some luxury Omega watches. Each of the teammates' watches cost about $15,000, while that of the staff's cost $7,000, and together he spent a total of $500,000 each. Incredible. But footballers don't only spend on their teammates, some of them don't mind spending huge amounts of money giving back to their community, just like Gareth Bale. Although now retired, the Real Madrid football legend once spent over $2 million so that people around him could live the same life as him. I think we can confidently call Gareth a superhero. Now, even though he has retired from the football sport, Gareth has decided to focus on golf, which he loves so much that he built an entire golf court in his backyard. But Gareth must really love giving back to the community, because he went ahead to open a $1.2 million golf court where people can swing shots and hit holes. Kudos, Gareth. Now, Gareth spent huge amounts of money for a good cause, but his teammates Karim Benzema spent a huge amount of money on something that, frankly speaking, he didn't even need. You see, in 2022, Karim Benzema won the Ballon d'Or, which should be enough for him, right? Well, it wasn't enough. After winning the Ballon d'Or, he went ahead to get another kind of award for himself, which didn't need anyone's votes. All he had to do to get it was pay $250,000, 72,000 black and white diamonds, and 1,000 carats of gold, and the award was fashioned for him. Was it really needed? Well, it's not our money, so let's leave it like that. But maybe it's an award for himself to congratulate himself for being the first forward to win the Ballon d'Or after Messi or Ronaldo. While Benzema got himself a personal award for his achievement, some other footballers like Son Heung-min splurged on something different. Back in 2020, when Son signed a mega 4-year deal with his club Tottenham, he decided to celebrate his achievement. And to celebrate, he bought himself a new ride that cost him millions of dollars. His new supercar cost him $3 million, but hey, he just got a $36 million contract. So $3 million is chicken change. Now, if you think Son's $3 million car is splurging, what would you say about Mbappe's $3 million purchase? It wasn't a new ride, mind you. Mbappe decided to fulfill a childhood fantasy. You see, after Mbappe made the switch from Monaco to PSG with a massive contract by the side, Mbappe decided to celebrate his achievement. So, instead of getting an exotic car like the other guys, he decided to get the perfect location worth $3.7 million. And folks, this place is lit. Think about a mansion situated right in the city center with a very nice view of the Eiffel Tower, with 12 bedrooms, a private garage, a swimming pool, and you've got exactly what Mbappe paid for. As we said, it's lit. But it would shock you to know that Sergio Aguero's mansion cost 5 times that of Mbappe's mansion. Yes, you heard right. And he bought it as a birthday gift for himself. Sergio didn't want the usual for his 34th birthday, so he decided to go really, really big. He went on a trip to Miami, and once the day was over, he had acquired a $15 million mansion. The mansion has 9 bedrooms, 13 bathrooms, a tennis court, and a full gym. I'm sure if it was you, you would have bought this place because it's totally worth it. But did Sergio really need it? Well, that's for Sergio to answer, but we can answer this question for Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, who bought not 1, not 2, but 3 exotic supercars. He didn't really need it, but it's his money, and he can do with it as he wishes. While growing up, Pierre-Emerick wanted to be like his dad, who was always pulling up different arenas in customized Audis. Yes, his dad was the man back in the day, so it's not a surprise that the first thing that Pierre spent his money on after he went pro was a super cool Audi car worth $160,000. But that wasn't enough for him. He went back to his car dealer, got the same brand, but an upgraded version worth $260,000. Pierre wasn't satisfied, though, and decided he needed something that would make him stand out just like his old man. So he went car shopping, and this time he went all out. He got the same Audi brand, but this time it was customized, and he spent a whopping $320,000. Man, he must really love Audis. Pierre's love for exotic cars is mind-blowing, but CR7 took car shopping to a whole new level. We shouldn't be surprised, though. I mean, this is CR7 we are talking about here. Just like his style on the field is out of this world, CR7 took car shopping to the extreme. He bought the only car in the world that he could wear on his wrist. Mind-boggling. We understand. After CR7 became a pro, he bought both the Bugatti Veyron and the Bugatti Chiron worth over $5 million. But that wasn't enough for CR7. You know he likes to Lido himself. So he went car shopping again and spent twice the amount on another Bugatti masterpiece, the Bugatti 110. If you are salivating at this car like we, please click the like button and don't forget to subscribe. This car is worth a whopping $9.9 million. And guess what? The company decided to gift CR7 a custom one-of-one exclusive wristwatch to match his car for being a loyal Bugatti customer. The watch is worth $1.8 million of gold, titanium, and baguette diamonds, plus it has a CR7 logo on it. This is lit. But Ronaldo's splurge on exotic cars is nothing compared to what Messi spent on his dream car, a 1997 Ferrari 335S. Can you guess how much he bought it? It's not 10, neither 20, but $30 million. That is a crazy amount to spend on a car. It's insane, but he is the GOAT. What do you expect? While you are still reeling from the fact that Messi spent $30 million on his dream car, I'm sure your head will spin when you hear how Italian footballer Mario Balotelli spent $1 million only to get caught by the police for spending it. Who does that, you ask? Mario Balotelli apparently did. How did it happen? So, after Mario got $31 million after signing with Manchester City, he thought, oh, I can't possibly leave all this money in my account. So what did he do? He decided to go on a spending spree. He bought a Maserati worth $180,000 and a Bentley GT Continental worth $250,000. In case you are wondering, what's wrong with getting a car? Well, nothing actually. It wasn't because Balotelli got the car that got him into trouble with the police. No, it was what he did with the car. Honestly, don't know what Balotelli was thinking, but this guy started parking his fancy cars wherever he felt like parking it. Maybe he thought that, I'm a celebrity, so I can do what I like. Or maybe he didn't think about it. But next time we see Balotelli, we will be sure to ask him. Anyways, he parked his fancy cars on the line, on the curb, in front of restaurant doors, and all that remained was for him to drive right into the restaurant. Well, as you can imagine, the police didn't care one bit who or what he was. For every wrong parking, he was given a ticket, and you know this guy likes to park in the wrong place, so every day Balotelli got an average of 3 tickets. I'm sure you are thinking, oh, that's minor. Well, wait till you hear the next one. Not only did he get 3 parking tickets every day, he also got his car impounded not once, not twice, not thrice, not even 10 times, but 27 times. Nobody, and I mean nobody, can beat that. The crazy thing is that his total fine amount for wrong parking accounted for $500,000. Again, the only person that can do this is Mario Balotelli. Legendary, isn't it? Not every pro baller is like Balotelli, though. Zlatan Ibrahimovic, for instance, loves to pamper himself without getting into trouble with the police. But like every other baller in this video, his pampering comes with a price tag of millions of dollars. For Zlatan, one of the best times to go all out for himself is during his birthdays. And guys, for the last few years, Zlatan has made sure that his birthdays are the talk of the town. You see, he wasn't one to wait for people gift him on his birthdays, he did it himself. His 38th birthday, for instance, saw him splurging on a $1.7 million rare Ferrari Monza SP2. The next year, he swapped his Ferrari for a Porsche 911 that matched his Milan jersey. And then, on his 40th birthday, he splurged again on a golden Ferrari SP90 worth over $500,000. Talk about some real pampering. But Zlatan's birthday gifts are nothing compared to Marco Verratti, who spent over $2 million in a place out of this dimension. We are talking about the metaverse. Recall when we talked about how Neymar jumped into buying NFTs? Well, Marco heard about it and decided to go all out, blowing 3 times more than Neymar spent in the metaverse. Considering the fact that it's not a real world, the amount he spent was crazy. But Marco didn't care. He went ahead to buy himself a mansion that has a helipad in his own private island in the metaverse, and everything cost a whopping $2 million. And guess what? Gossips on the street say that this mansion is far nicer and more magnificent than his real-life mansion. But if Marco doesn't care, who are we to care? Sometimes our football stars need a change of scenery, and they do not mind spending millions of dollars to get that change. Take Aguero, for instance. After he retired from Manchester United, he decided it was time for a change of scenery, so he flew from the UK and landed in Miami, the party capital of the world. And guess what? Aguero fell in love, not with a woman but with Miami and its vibes, palm trees, beaches and supercars on every corner. Not wasting time, he said goodbye to the UK and decided to stay with his new love, Miami, by spending $15 million on a mansion in Miami for his 34th birthday. This incredible mansion has 9 bedrooms, 13 bathrooms, a wine cellar, a theatre room, a tennis court and a film gym. He threw an epic birthday party in his new mansion. This, my friend, is what we call royalty treatment. Nothing can beat that. Well, that's not true, because David Beckham beat that with his $28 million penthouse. Yes, you heard right, $28 million for a penthouse. But with his $800 million earnings, $28 million is nothing, really. This penthouse is one of the most expensive penthouse ever owned by an athlete. Guys, it's insane, but maybe it's worth it, because the penthouse is on top of a 700-feet skyscraper, which means it has an amazing view of the Miami skyline and Biscayne Bay. Thankfully, the 5 bedrooms and 7 bathrooms penthouse came fully furnished. But the coolest part is that it has 4 pools, 1 inside on the 61st floor and 3 outside by the palm trees. But that's not all. The penthouse has a 2-floor personal gym, a movie theater, and a helipad for his helicopter in case he needs to quickly move to his other home, which cost about $33 million. David sure has a lot of houses. Well, he worked for it, so he deserves it just like the rest of them. It's time for yours. Let's hear your thoughts in the comments section below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video.